fly me to the moon, and let me play among the stars.
Very good.
My name is Bob Regis. I'm 58 years old, and I was first diagnosed with bipolar affective disorder, or they called it back then manic depression, when I was 28, so that's 30 years ago.
In classic bipolar disorder, people's moods are normal most of the time, and they will have an episode where there's a manic episode or episode where there's a depressive episode, and then they go back to a normal kind of mood.
In February of 1984, I saw a demonstration of the Macintosh computer, and I became manic for the first time ever. I said, oh my God, all the small businesses are going to need this computer.
Mania consists of an episode of elevated mood in which people can be very happy, very giddy. They engage in more productive activities. They can be irritable. They can be grandiose. They will oftentimes find that they don't have a need for sleep.
I slept 1 hour a night for 4 months. 1 hour a night for 4 months. I would go to sleep. I'd wake up an hour later, fully refreshed, never tired, and I'd be like, where is everybody? Let's go, let's start moving.
So they may think that they have special powers or can do things that they wouldn't normally be able to do. I've seen people start up their own business and start to pile money into that when they really have no background in that whatsoever.
In 3 months, I spent $360,000. So I went into personal bankruptcy, corporate bankruptcy, and then what happened with my wife was she was just, she didn't know what to do. She divorced me. Now, I don't blame her at all. We've been married for 4 years. We had a 1-year-old daughter. She did not divorce me because I was sick. She divorced me because I did not believe I was sick, and she knew it was going to happen again.
The other pole with bipolar disorder is the depressive side, in which you see almost the exact opposite, a lack of energy, a down mood, feeling sad and unhappy.
Once I had had my second mania, and then I came down and realized that I needed medication and needed a therapist, I just sort of down. I'm living at home. Here I got this great degree from this great school. I'm not seeing my daughter. I don't have a real job.
We think of bipolar disorder as a chronic kind of illness, so that even though people can do well for large chunks of time, they need to sort of be monitored and maintained on medication, and maintained at least with some support on an ongoing basis.
And that's what you need if you're bipolar. You need, it's not just medication, it's not just therapy, you need both. There's no way in my mind that you can get over bipolar affective disorder or manic depression without medication.
One of the things that I find helpful, like my patients find this helpful too, is an ongoing relationship with the same provider, because they know you and you know them.
I have one of the very best therapists in the world right now for my illness. She's wonderful. I love her. I see her every week, whether I need her or not.
If there's a family history of bipolar disorder, it's probably the most important bit of information to have, because if you know that someone else in the family has a history of bipolar disorder, it pushes up the risk that someone that you're seeing may have bipolar disorder.
When you look at my family history, it's hard to say that it's not passed down genetically. My grandmother had it, my uncle had it, my cousin had it, my cousin's son had it.
It's also important for the person to understand what's going on for them, so we spend a considerable amount of time educating them about their mood.
In other words, please be true. Very good.
I've tried this summer to create more of a regular schedule like my therapist wanted me to. Baby. The best thing I decided to do was take vocal lessons from Stephanie Wellens, who I think is the best singer in the city of Pittsburgh. So it's true therapy in a lot of ways.
I have several patients who are functioning quite well. They're married, they have kids, they have jobs, and they're doing fine.
Mental illness is an illness. And just like any other illness, you have to treat your body right. You need to have a regular schedule. And you have to try to get some exercise, and you have to, have some friends, and just live a normal life.
Typically what happens is that they're aware of their problem, they're on top of it, or they're taking their medication consistently, they're coming for therapy consistently, They're tuned into what is going on for them and trying to get the help that they need. And they're able to function okay.
People that have mental illness need to come out, not be ashamed. It's an illness. It's nothing to be ashamed of. It's something to be treated for. Beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain.